the new catalogues. I can't open them at the moment, but what I can do is share with you the projects I'm making. So that's what I'm going to do today. So today we're going to be focusing on the Dahlia Days and the detailed Dahlia dies. And in the detailed Dahlia dies, you get this awesome huge die, which you can cut out backgrounds. So I've used vellum here. It was quite tricky. I had to put the die through my embossing machine 3 or 4 times and then turn it upside down to get it to go. But one of the cards I did worked out a bit better. And so that's that die. And then you get a die to cut out each of the bits. You actually get 2 leaves, which is really good, and 2 of these flowers to cut out. You get the stamp here is 3 different flowers that cut out all at the same time, but then you get 3 flowers. And what's missing? This one. You get only one of these, so you get, oh, yeah, these are larger when you stamp them. And then you get this die, which is quite cool because the stamp actually stamps out the whole image and then you get to cut it out. But you get 2 of the Dahlia dies, which is really cool. You get 2 of the little flower dies, which is really good. 2 of the leaf dies, because you always want more. Then you get the different shape little flower, and then the greenery bits. And then you get this one, which is all good. Cool. It says I'm live, but nobody's watching, but that's okay. Right. Oh, missed one. So this is why I have a magnet. Oh, it might have been a bit early today. So those are the dies that come with the stamps. Now, here's the stamps. And I was brave and I've actually cut this one because the bit that the stamp itself doesn't join the flowers. So on the cards that I make, I'll show you how that works out. But it worked out quite well. And when you go to stamp, you just pop that down first and you can put it all back together quite nicely. And you'd never tell. But it does mean that you can stamp using just this bit, which is a really nice stamp for what I'm going back to show you. I don't often cut my stamps, but these ones I did. These are the cling stamps, so it means I don't need a pad underneath to stamp with. So those go away. So the cards that I made a simple stamping card, which was literally just stamp. I did put a little butterfly on it, but that's with thick white cardstock, magenta madness, and just jade. So those are the ink colours from last year and the year before. I then put it up to a casual, but I actually didn't like it, so I've added to it. So this is more like an avid. So what I've done is I've used there's new 6x4 papers, and I was part of a paper share through demonstrators, and so I've received these, so I thought I'd use some of them. And they're cut at 6x4 and they're double-sided, quite plain on the back, but they've got a really nice gold fleck through them. So what I did was I used, so these are called Abstract Beauty 4x6 Specialty Designer Paper. They will be on page 49 of the new catalogue. They're a new size and they're $32. I think you get quite a lot because I think one pack was shared between 4 of us, so it's quite a lot. So this card I made using the Designer Series paper. I've used the Just Jade and Gold Flecked ribbon, which is in the annual catalogue. You can see here I've used the 3 flowers to do the insides to the bigger flowers, and I've just stamped without the border, and then I've and that is Pumpkin Pie, and I've used Just Jade, and then if you can see I've used a piece of that vellum and I've just cut it, which is where this bit's left over, and then I've used the butterflies and a bit of bling. So I didn't like how it looked, but it is a bit more than a casual card. And then this is for the avid crafter. So what I've done is I've stamped in Night of Navy and cut out all the flowers. I've used the cutout on the back here and stuck it down. I've used gold embossing powder and made that shiny. And then the background is one of the sheets from the 4x6. And I will, something fell off. No, just me. Oh, it moved. I will put another Night of Navy and white layer inside and stamp and use the flower on the inside. I just didn't get time today. So that's for your avid crafter. And I chose not to put any ribbon on this because I thought it was quite detailed. And behind, on the embossing, that's where I've put the flowers. I've actually put them onto the flowers that are underneath. So I thought it came out quite well. So those are the 3 cards I made for the different levels. And I've used champagne rhinestones, they're in the annual catalogue, and I've used these new brushed brass butterflies. So what I thought I'd do with you all today was I'd show you what I do when I get a new stamp set and I want to figure out how it all works. So what I did is I took the colours from the paper, the Designer Series paper. So we've got Magenta Madness, Blushing Bride, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Just Jade and Night of Navy. Now this has been done by one of my downlines who was doing the paper share this time, and he's written all the details on the front there, which is really awesome, including the order number. So this will be available from the 4th of January. If you'd like to order from me, and my catalogues have arrived. So if you do want a catalogue, send me a message and with your address, and I can send you out a catalogue too. So I took the colours and then I got the stamp sets out, and I added Coastal Cabana to the Just Jade, because when you do this stamping, I might put those at the bottom. When you do the stamping, you always want to get 2 greens. You then want to choose your main colour for your biggest flower. So my main colour here is Pumpkin Pie, and these are both stamped, and this is 2nd generation stamping. You then choose another colour that goes with the Pumpkin Pie, and I've used the colours that were already available in the DSP, so that was Crushed Curry. And here's where I used the stamp set that I cut the border off, and I've used 2nd generation stamping. I've highlighted with Night of Navy Magenta Madness, so I've done the little flowers in those, just to give it a pop. And then the leaves are Just Jade, and when I'm stamping leaves, I don't, so if I show you, I don't stamp the end here, so I'll wipe off the glue and just have the leaves. I think on one of them you see I've got the stems into the flower and it doesn't look quite good, whereas here I've managed to get most of the stems off. So again, I've stamped in Just Jade and then 2nd generation off, and then I've done the same for the 3 different types of leaves. And I think this one here is 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation stamping. So as I recover from the year over the Christmas holidays, I will plan to do some YouTubes in the new year showing this process. But if you want to see this, Ruth Magnus does a YouTube live. She does literally go live, and she has an hour of stamping, and it's quite slow, so you can speed it up. So I've done my, what I call a one sheet stamping wonder. I've then cut myself some white cardstock. Then I've chosen some cardstock for cards themselves, and then I've chosen some layers. And again, what I did was I took the DSP, took the colours, and cut my paper. As there's someone, a demonstrator out there, that says, chop it, love it and chop it. So I did. I've also taken 2 of the new embossing folders, which will be out in January. This is, now I have the names of them, I think. Do I? She says, do I? No, I don't. So I'll have to link that somewhere. But this is the Honeycomb, and this is quite a thick one. So this, you'll need your adapter. And then this is one of the original skinny ones. So you'll need to put these between 2 plates. And yeah, so I thought I'd use those. And then I've got some, I've got some envelopes. So I use these envelopes to keep my scraps in. So I've got the scraps in the colours. And then I've got some white cardstock in scraps to do the sentiments. So let's get going. So the first thing you need to do is chop your paper. And I've decided to do my card bases in this way. So I've scored these. So I want to go, what's this? Portrait. So that means I have a layer, which, so these cards are 21 by 14.8, scored in half at 10.5 centimetres. This base here is 10 centimetres by 14.4. So the base, the piece of this I want to put on will be 9.5. So I'm going to cut in the middle at 9.5. And I'm hesitating because usually I go straight down the middle and then cut round, which is what I'm thinking. No, it will be fine. So cut at 9. And then what I want is to cut it at 13.9. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half down the middle here, and then choose what I cut off. So I've got some really nice pattern here, so I'm actually going to turn it round and cut it this way. So I want 13.9, so I'm cutting that tiny bit off the end, and then I'm left with that. And again with this one, I'm going to cut some of these off because I really like this here. Although saying that, this is the nice thing about this, you just go for it. No, definitely want it this way. So cut at 13.9. And so now I have 2 bases. I'm going to continue to cut this one. So 9. And again, put your blade down, see where you want to cut. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this way. And then this bigger strip I will keep because I can cut this in 3 and make another card. Again, I cut this one in half because now I want to choose which end to cut off. So I'm going to cut this one on this one. And I'm going to cut this one on this one. And there we go. So this is a nice strip for another card. In fact, if we've got time at the end, I might do something with that. So we've got 4 pieces of paper. Then we need to decide what background piece we're going to put on it. So what I do is, you know what, I've cut these too narrow. Not to worry, not to worry, not to worry. No. So I should have cut at 9.5, but I do have that extra piece, which is good. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the different colours underneath to see what works best. Now I don't like the yellow, so then I go to this one. Okay, I'm actually thinking that the pumpkin pie is too much as well, and I think my favourite might be, yeah, I think my favourite is that. And I actually, do I like the Coastal Cabana or the Just Jade better? Let me know what you think. Ooh. The other thing is I've got the colour bases, so I can do that, which, oh, that's nice, I like that. Right. Cutting the pieces. So it's oh, I don't like that. So so it's just about deciding how you want it to go. So I actually think I like the navy with the Just Jade. So I'm going to do the opposite around, and then this one I'm going to leave it as a blue and do just a thick white cardstock. Yeah. Cool. And so the process now is I'm going to take the embossing folder and pop that into there, and I'm just going to emboss that piece. So I'm just going to be over here a second, you can hear me. I'm just going to show you what that comes out like. Cool. Oh, I like that. Not sure if you could see it. Very good. And then what I'm thinking is I'm going to put some gold in. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gold fleck in. So I'm going to take my tear and tape. And I'm going to pop that down there. Then going to cut off. Like so. And rub that in. So because I cut the tops a bit too small, this helps me get around that. So this is our gold fleck that's in the annual catalogue, and it's pretty messy, which is why you need such a big tub. And I've got an old sponge in here, and once you've put your gold fleck on, you just want to rub it off. And make sure you've got a nice big tub, because it does go everywhere. And sticks quite a bit. There we go. It's escaped. Right, just going to put my lid on there. It goes everywhere. So I've just put that there just to try and make that border a bit less. And yeah, that works a bit better. And then it's deciding which way you're going to put it. But I'm going to put it there because I think I'm going to put my sentiment down the bottom. Yep. Do I like it? Yeah, it's okay. So, the beauty of a live, cut your paper the wrong size and need to fix it. It's okay. It means it's handmade. Okay. And then pop that up onto the white cardstock. And I've used the thick cardstock. Not quite straight. There we go. Yeah. And I'm going to take some ribbon. I've got this new one. No, it's too thick. Right, no. Linen thread. Don't want to. Oh. Right, let's not do that. Right, so we've got lots of crookedness, and I need a scrap of United Navy because I'm going to put the sentiment on there, and then I need some white. And stamp, and I'm going to use the Night of Navy ink. So this is where we need to decide. I think we're going to use the You're an Amazing Woman because it will fit in my stamp that I've got. I always forget to work out how to put these in so that I'm optimizing. So there's my sentiment. I still think it needs some plain ribbon. I do think I like the idea of doing this. I'm going to put a bow in it. Oh, I nearly had it first time. Sorry, concentrating, can't talk. Oh. working, I need my tweezers, which I don't think are here on my desk. So I need to do a knot to just get that tight. So then I could do a bow, which would be easier. That's what happens with lives. Oh, someone's watching. Can you just send me a comment? Oh no, someone's gone. I don't know if my live's working, but you know what? I'll just get on with it. Right. There's that. And this isn't working. Right. Can't get it to work, so we just leave it off. Okay, so we're going to put our sentiment on. And there we go. So that's that one. And then the other one, I'm going to use the other embossing folder, which was around here somewhere. She says, yes, here it is. And I'm going to do the honeycomb on this one. So this one is a 3D embossing folder, so it's a bit thicker, so you have plate 4 on your stamping and cut machine instead of a sandwich of more plates. And I'm just off at the side here doing that. And the 3D ones do make quite a loud noise, but that's quite normal. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Wow, look at that. I like that. So we're going to layer it on the blue. Now we've got some texture in there, we don't need to bring it up. So just put that in the middle. And another. And then pop it onto a green card, I think, or orange. Ooh. There you go, so that's that one. And I'm wondering about doing the yellow on this one, which I didn't think worked, but then popping it like that onto the blue, which I think does work. What time have we got? Cool. So I will finish these off because I want to do some more embossing. And then with the final one, I'm thinking green background with a crushed curry. Like that. So this is when you, it's just really cool when you cut all the different bases. Ooh, like that. Okay, so I'm going to play around with these this afternoon, and then I'll put some photos up of what I've done. Now tomorrow I'm going to go live at 2 o'clock again, and I'm going to be doing the Ranunculus Romance stamp set and dies. with some of the vellum which has been printed from the new catalogue, and I'm going to also use the butterflies and flowers layering decorative dies. I'm going to talk about texture tomorrow in the cards, because this is a very vintage stamp set, and there's so many things you can do here with layering. So see what I do tomorrow. So it's been lovely to see you, and hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.